Hey everyone, this is Lolita E. Walker. I am so excited to see you all today. You are getting me live from the car, but I wanted to make sure that I came in to do this amazing power hour. So, yes, we are here, power hour for 10 minutes. This is our 10-minute powwow. We are live on LinkedIn. We are live on YouTube. And guess what? We are live in my private Facebook group. I'm so excited to see each and every one of you all, whether you are here live or you are here for the replay. Today, we are talking about setting goals. Today, I'd love to hear what your process is for setting goals. And I'm going to leave you with what my process is that I share with my clients and that I share when I do workshops. But can we celebrate some wins really quickly? Look, you guys, I just picked up the sweatshirts for my campaign. I'm so excited about them, right? And in case you didn't know, it says elect Lolita E. Walker, PGCPS, which is Prince George's County Public Schools Board of Education, District 9. And the theme that I have is to connect, build, and thrive. It's to connect across, to build up, then to thrive together. And I'm so super excited about it. Yes. And of course, we have the authority line right there. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm about to go to this event, but I wanted to share this goal setting. So we have 10 minutes to do just that, and I'm going all the way in. You ready? When I set goals, I set them for a 2-week time frame. Now, of course, I know by the end of December 31st of 2022 where I want to be. I talked to you guys before about talking to your future self. I shared with you all how I do that. I share with my clients all the time because it's so important to feel where you're going to be, to feel where your goals are so that you can walk in it. You're already there. You're already claiming it. Absolutely. You were just literally on the journey to get there. And if you don't like what it is that you're doing right now, guess what? I want you to pause. I want you to embrace where it is that you are. And I want you to know without a shadow of a doubt by this date, I will do what and for what reason. And that is the goal setting technique that I'm leaving with you today. By when, I will do what and for what reason. By when, I will do what and for what reason. And so I had on my board today that I was going to share with you all before I remember that I needed to go to this amazing event inside of our community today. And I am on my way. But I pulled over so that I could share this technique with you. And what I'd love to do is hear from any of you all that want to share the technique of how you set goals throughout the course of your day. So I shared that I have an annual goal. Matter of fact, I have a 5-year goal. Then I have my annual goal. Then, of course, there's my monthly goals, but I set these 2-week goals that say by when I will do what and for what reason. And so I said it last week. And so it says by, I remember the 20th, it said by May 20th, and it had these 5 things that I want to have completed by then. Now, typically I say make sure that there's only 3 because we want them to be broad enough that you can really dig into the details when you go to understand your plan. But while we won't get into the details today, the key is by when I will do what and for what reason. Okay. Why? Because we drive clarity on our goals. It is really closing the gaps, and the G in my gaps plan is really all about your goal. So think about it. This is all about clarity. By when? So by what date, right? By December 31st of 2022. For me, by May 20th of 2022. What is yours? If you started today for 2 weeks, if you started with a 2-week plan, because we want to make them manageable, we want to make sure that we can grab hold of them and make them in bite-sized chunks so that we have success and then so that we are clear. Remember, clarity plus confidence equals the commitment of how you are going to show up every day. Clarity plus confidence equals the commitment of how you walk, talk, and behave every single day. If you're not clear on where it is that you are going, then how exactly are you going to get there? Right? This is creating a roadmap where you can actually see the places and the spaces. Now, somebody might say, Lolita, you have on that shirt. Did you know in your yearly plan for 2022, did you see yourself running for the board? No, I didn't. But what I did know is that I wanted increased visibility and profitability this year. Absolutely. And what this does do, it doesn't take me far from it. What it does do is increase the visibility to not only Lolita E. Walker, but also to the skill sets that I bring to any table that I show up at. Right. So I want to gift that to you all because sometimes when we don't see it on the vision board, it's because we have set our limits. We've set these invisible parameters around us. No, today I'm here to remind you about setting goals and then opening yourself up to the endless possibilities that exist, right? Yes. Hey, Stacy. Lynn Luckett said, yes, ma'am. Right. Today we are talking about setting your goals, and I'm talking to everybody about the process that I use and the one that I share with my I was going to say employees, my clients, which is by when I will do what and for what reason. So if you are so bold, let's share a 2-week goal, right? By mine says May 20th. I'm not at a calendar right now where I can give you 2 weeks from today, but I love to start mine on a Sunday. And I think I end on Friday or Sunday. I'm not sure. One of you guys can tell me what the 20th is. But I did it because it was a 2-week span for me, and it's chunkable. Chunkable. Hey, Corey. Corey said, I review my intended checklist in my head the night before. Usually by the morning, my subconscious has shifted out of the priorities and lightened my load. Yes, Corey. Yes. Love your explanation for building a roadmap, clarity, and planning. Corey, thank you so much. I'm so glad you said that, Corey, because, oh, let me show you to the people. There you are, right? I love that Corey said that. And the reason that I love that is because at one point, Corey, and to Stacy, who's also on the line right now, all of you all listening to the replay, is I remember that my head always spins. Like I always have these things floating around in my head, floating around in my head. And one day I'm talking to my doctor. I go in and I'm like, you know what? I'm staying up at night. I have all of these things in my head. And the doctor said, Lolita, super easy. I'm so glad you shared that. And I share this with everybody. And Corey, it's exactly what you said is that you can review what you need to do for the next morning, absolutely, but then as your mind starts to wander at night and you start to have all these amazing things, keep a notebook beside of your bed and literally write in it when you hear it, write in it. Now when you get up, it might not look like English or any language that you might have ever heard before, but what it does is, Corey, exactly what you said, lighten that load. It lightens the load that you have put on yourself about all these expectations. So, Corey, once again, I'm going to put that up because what Corey said is I review my intended checklist in my head the night before. Usually by the morning, my subconscious has sifted out of the priorities and lightened her load. Yes, clarity and planning. So, again, I want to share with you my technique. Clarity plus confidence equals commitment. So, it's by when, by what date, I will do what, right? And then for what reason? You have your why there, and your why is so important because sometimes you will make a different decision when you're like, what's the why I'm doing that? And then is that a requirement within the next 2 weeks? Or is that something that I have to do before? Or is that something that could do later? Is that something that I even have to do? Right? Because another thing we talked about is delegating and disappearing. Listen, you all, we are 8 minutes in. We only have 2 more minutes. And I love that you all are coming through with how you are setting your goals. So Lynn Luckett said, I use my phone to record my thought and ideas through the night. That's very good. That's very good. I love it. And the reason why I love that there is, on my phone, I have an iPhone, and on my phone, there is a voice memo. When I was doing my TEDx talk, and sometimes when I have these bright ideas for different talks that I could do for different organizations, if they hire me to speak, or if I'm just going out, like today, for instance, I'm going out and I'm sure I'm going to be speaking to people. So I'll just use my voice memo and say a couple things and jot it down because one, I'm typically driving. Two, I want to be safe. But three, sometimes I want to just replay what it is I'm saying, which will then spark other things in me. So today, you all, in this 10-minute power powwow, we talked about setting goals. And I left you with the strategy of by when I will do what and for what reason. What does it do? It drives your clarity. It increases your confidence and it helps you be more committed in how you're going to walk, talk, and behave every day. Yes, you can use this at work. Yes, you can use this at home. Yes, you can use this for any situation that you're going through. I want you to remember, I am not my circumstance. I want you to remember your overall why, your overall being, your overall vision for December 31st of 2022, and imagine yourself right there. And just open yourself up to own your yeses and respect the boundaries of no's that are surrounding them. Sometimes you're going to do things throughout the course of this journey called life, throughout the course of this year, and you're like, oh, I didn't have that in any of my plans. But when you really think about it, when you said yes, why did you say yes? Because it's part of your bigger plan. So for me, why did I say yes? Why did I say yes? Because it's right in the theme of increased visibility and profitability for 2022. And no, I didn't know what that would look like. But what I do say is I owe my yeses. My yes was already my vision, and I respect the boundaries of no's should I choose to say no throughout the course of this journey, right? Clarity plus confidence equals commitment. I want to thank each and every one of you all for being here. Thank you, Corey, and thank you for Lynn Luckett for adding into the conversation today. I appreciate you, and I will see you again for a 10-minute power powwow. You can keep in touch with me, all things Lolita Walker, at lolitawalker.com. I would love to stay connected. Matter of fact, at lolitawalker.com/coaching cocktails conversations, you can find out all about coaching cocktails and conversations, because it's not only here for 10-minute power powwows. It's my group coaching program where I get with power women. Some of you all are listening in right now. Absolutely. It is my podcast, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations. It is my Zoom cast, which is free every other Wednesday. It is a journal that you use while you're going through your podcast. Listen, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations is my Women's Weekend Renewal Retreat, which is coming up September 15th through the 18th. Don't miss out on the juiciness. Don't miss out on living your dreams out loud right now. All right. Thanks, you guys. And if you want to support me in my candidacy for Board of Education seat, guess what? You can do that too. You can go ahead and head over to lolitawalker.com, and right there in the front, you'll be able to go to my campaign page, which I would love for you to explore, and go ahead and share with a friend. Go ahead and donate, because you can be all across the world and help me to get that increased visibility for 2022. Thank you all. Lynn Luckett said, love you. I love you too. And Corey said, goal. What is it? By when? Why it is important? Vote for Lolita. Yes. Thank you guys. See you soon. Bye. I love my tribe.